Hello, let's do Wordle for August 26th. We'll spin our members wheel, see what we're starting with today. If you'd like a word on the wheel, or more than one, you can join as a member. Depending on your tier, you get more words. All right, that's just the join button under the video. So Anthony Spatzel, you want to say Spatzel? Spatzel? Anyway, Anthony suggested Goofy, which is kind of a goofy start. All right, Goofy. What are we getting here? Nothing. All right. Well, least is available, so let's just do that. It's like we started with least and get 5 guesses. All right. We have an EA. I wonder where they go. So one option is we're an AER word. Another option is the EA just gets moved over. So why don't I test this? If I can avoid the R, that might be better. Just to avoid getting in that ER trap right away. But something like dream does feel pretty good. Let's think about what's actually available for AER. Like, have we eliminated enough to... It's usually the middle letter that I'm concerned about. There's always the repeated letters. Like, I think rarer hasn't come up yet. A lot of the ones with R repeated have come up, though. But I don't remember which ones, so that's kind of a problem. P in the middle, like paper. I don't know if there's another one. Caper. There's wader, maybe. I don't know. D felt like dream would get us that D. I wonder if there's like a PREA I can do, because that P in the middle is interesting. There's also like baker, maker, raker, I suppose. So that K might be a good one to get. There's stuff like racer, pacer. Honestly, pacer might be a good one to do just because it gets that P and the C out of the way. And it'll tell us if we're AER. You know what? I think I've convinced myself. Let's do pacer. All right, not an ER word. And the A does not go there. I mean, I think there might be a few words that end in EA, but I think more likely we start with A. So what are we ending in? Most ED words are gone. So let's hold off on that. Like, not when I say gone, I mean not possible answers. Maybe EN? Is there a good EN? Like, what are we doing here? Ashen, but obviously there's no S, but something like that. Like DEN feels good, but I don't actually see a word. Anden, Amden, no. Could we do like an AI or AU? Aiden is a name. I don't think it's a word. What else can we add or end with? Add. What else can we end with? I haven't actually found a word yet. Let's find any word. Could it be like an IE here? Alien, but there's no L. Are we a vowel heavy word today or no? I'm lost. Why have the game's been so hard today? I mean, there's added, but that's very past tense. And it gets me nothing because I don't think there's going to be a D. I mean, maybe there could be a D here, like DEN, but I don't see it. I'm not that desperate to guess added, at least not yet. Something like ankle would be fun, but there's no L. Just saying or aided is another option, but again, I don't think we're doing ED words, so we never have before. EN, is there another option? EQ, EW, A something something EW. I wonder if we are one of those EA words. I can't think of any other than apnea. There's no P. Askew, but there's no S. Adieu. And I don't know. Askew looks nice, but there's no S. That's the only thing I could see. EU. Is today the day of adieu? I didn't think it was going to be an answer ever. Honestly, adieu might not be a horrible guess to do right now. It'll tell me what other vowels we have, if any. And at this point, I kind of need to know. And then I'm wondering about the D. So, okay, this might be the only time you ever see me guess adieu, but here we go. All right, yeah. So we get the A and the E. There is no I or U. We could have another A at the end. We could have an E here. Actually, I haven't thought about that. Double E there. Or we could end in E. Agree, but there's no... Like, look how many letters I've eliminated. It's crazy. I've got the bottom of the keyboard and W. Eliminating U eliminates Q on its own. I don't... can it be double E? A mean, a bean, a beak, a week. What can we end in double E? We end in EA. Let's look at double E first. I don't want to go too fast here. A knee? Take a knee? I doubt it. That's 2 words. Agree, but I wonder, I think agree, no, I started with goofy with a grade G, so I could never have done agree. I was trying to think if there was an earlier time I could have done agree. I don't know if I would have. All right, what about like A and B? Like, I'm just trying to think of things that can go near each other. Ambin. We're using X or J or Z, the letters I usually ignore. What about ending in AX? Annex. I haven't done the N yet. I really think annex might be the last word. Sure, let's try it. There it is. Okay, phew. I had to introduce the uncommon letters, the X, the Z, and the J. Once I thought about X, there we go. Annex. Tough word. I guess adieu helped. It helped narrow down. Like, it's not what I think it is. Like, it's not a vowel heavy. So in this case, I enjoyed guessing adieu. So yeah, let's check with the bot to see how that went. Annex was the answer. Not getting an N early enough was the problem. I did pacer because I was worried about that P and C, but I really should have done something like painter or included an N there. It was a mistake not doing an N early. All right, goofy. All gray. Not fully tested, so we'll just go with least. All right. So 2 yellows from least. We're down to 62 words. That's quite a bit. It's going for a lot of ED words here, or caper. Interesting. I did pacer. That's very close to caper. I did mention caper earlier. So let's just guess pacer here. So pacer was 2.677 guesses left. Almost certainly adieu or annex. So adieu is on the new answer list, interestingly. So I did the wrong one, adieu and then annex. So yeah, those were the only 2 words possible. Very interesting. I thought there'd be more. There's 12 unlikelies, and most of them are EDs. Abd, added, adim, admin. Admin, the plural of admin, maybe? Is that true? Adnex, adview, adzed, aided. I said aided, aimed. I didn't see aimed. But again, it's past tense, on. Axmen. All right, cool. So adieu got me annex. That was helpful. Let's just do Saleh from here and look at its solve. So it does aider. So it does go for that ER. And then now it's annex or apnea. I did mention apnea earlier as well. So 50-50 on getting it in 4 or 5. Okay, so let's look at starting with Saleh to see how that might be different. All right, it's going for an ER again. It's going anger this time. And that really helps with annex. It's the only option. All right. Now with least, I wonder if it's similar or not. No, it's going raged or cared. Okay, raged. Now it's going to go apnea or annex. That's it. Wow, after raged, it's just Abby, annex, or apnea? That's crazy. I couldn't do raged because I had goofy already. That's crazy. Yeah, that R, G, and D, I guess, are really important. Now that it's not ER. Okay, and it doesn't want to do Abby because it doesn't tell you about annex or apnea, so it's going to do apnea or annex. So 3 or 4. Let's look at adieu. Starting with adieu, we get that A at the beginning. So only 16 words left. Very interesting. It's going to go aster. Now that it's not ER, it's from Abby, Alley, Angel, annex, apnea. It's going to go angel, which gets you everything. All right. So aster. That ST and R are very common letters after adieu. All right. How about audio? Audio just gets the A. We don't get the E in audio. That's why it's probably a worse start than adieu. Alter. So again, going the ER, and then aspen, and aspen gets you the answer in 4. Okay. So that did very well as well. And we'll look at trace as well. Okay, so from trace, it's going to go laden. So it's avoiding that ER. And wow, after laden, because we got that N, it's either apnea or annex. That seems to be a common theme here. So again, 50-50 on 3 or 4. Okay, cool. I feel like most people would go for apnea over annex, like, because annex is a really dangerous guess. So you might as well do apnea, which gets you more letters. Then you're going to get annex. All right, I'm curious. I am going to go back to the official bot, and we're just going to look at the solve rate today. So my skill was 96. Wow, that's very high. 33 luck. Unlucky, but skillful. That's what I want to see. So what did it like? It liked least a lot. It was saying that it would go slate because it loves slate, but least is an anagram of slate. So that's a 98. Now it would have gone trace, but it's not playing hard mode. Interesting. We already know there's no T. I went paster. It says that's an 89 skill, and then I went adieu. It was just down to adieu, and interesting. Yeah, so it's saying aimed, aided, added, but those are very low probability. So if we look for where aimed is, where did it go? Let's search for it. There we go. You can see it's a less than 1%, less than 0.1% probability on these ED words. And so even though it's including them as options, we excluded it from the bot answer list. Anything that was that low. All right. So adieu and then annex. 99 skill on both. All right. And so let's see. It gets it in 3. Slate, ramen, and then annex. Interesting. So let us go to guess 6 here. Ooh, 94.2% solve rate on annex. Yeah, that's about the same as yesterday, isn't it? So we got like a 5.8% failure rate. That's relatively high for Wordle. Most people don't fail Wordle. All right. Cool. Well, that is it for Wordle. If you would like to watch the New York Times games, you can click at the end of the video. It'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all the videos I made today. And don't forget, if you want to join as a member, you can just hit that join button. It really helps the channel out. Financial support, always appreciated. And if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.